Coming up on Empower with Tristan Canfor-Dumas.
Okay, so 6 years ago, actually, there was a prophet that came to our church. This prophet, he looked at me and he didn't know me, and he said, he asked me where you from. I said Ghana, and he said, I see you going back to Ghana and doing football clinics for the kids. You see, sometimes you sit at a dinner table, you see the nice food, you eat it, so your stomach is satisfied. But you don't know what was going on inside the kitchen. You don't know the way the chefs were suffering before they gave you that food.
God, what are your steps? He just needs you to be compliant and just take them.
Yeah.
He just needs you to work for it. And He will give you the direction.
Look at what they are doing. They are taking over Ghana from within.
We are no longer colonized, but they are colonized in small ways. Hello. Welcome back to another show. Yo, listen, today, see, if you guys don't know who this is, if you guys don't know, this is, sorry, this conversation is going to be hot. We have the main man here, KWAME BOFROT. This is his first time coming on the podcast. He's coming to ginger us.
I'll give you guys some nice ginger, don't worry.
Serious ginger. So this podcast is going to be tough. It's going to be interesting. All the beautiful things involved. And without further ado, sit back, relax, enjoy, but most importantly, take notes. KWAME.
Man.
welcome.
Oh, Charlie, thank you for having me.
Welcome. Just so we can clear this thing up, is your real name KWAME?
Oh, no, my real name is not KWAME. In fact, I was born on Thursday, so it's supposed to be Yao. So
where did the KWAME come from?
Oh, the KWAME, I used to watch this guy, Mr. Cocoyam. That'd be where I started trying to do those videos. And then I was thinking of a good name, but Yao Bofrot, it doesn't flow.
Yeah.
So KWAME Bofrot, it slows. It flows. So I chose that name.
KWAME Bofrot.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, bro, before we even begin like this podcast, I have to give a shout out to my main man, bro, Michael Kunedu. Bro, this guy. See, the whole story, even how we got to this point, where KWAME Bofrot is sitting here, I thought this was some serious divine intervention that was at play. Because, do you know something that was so crazy? During, I think it was last December, we were in Arizona, and during that time I was trying to record podcasts in Arizona, and I was like, bro, KWAME Bofrot, you're in Arizona, let me try and see. So I was trying to see, but then I saw you were in Ghana at that time, and I was like, hey, Charlie, this idea, it didn't work out. So I was like, okay, you don't worry, maybe this December we'll see if you be in Ghana this December, so you can work something out and see. But then I don't know what it was. I saw on your story something that you were at Pedoasis on one day, and I was like, this guy's in Ghana, and I'm even coming to Ghana. Okay, wait. Let me see. Let's actually try this out. Because I was not even supposed to bring any of this equipment. I wasn't planning on filming once I was here. Yeah. And so that's when I asked my brother that we should just link me with you. And he was like, he hasn't spoken to you some time, so I should find another way. So then that's when I went. By the way, if you try and message him on Instagram, it won't work. You can't message KWAME Bofrot on Instagram. So we have to, So we went inside the followers. Then I saw, okay, I know one guy that knows you. So I texted him, oh, boss, just throw me the love. Just help me out real quick. Give me the assist. He said, oh, he got me. He'll text you. Then I was even surprised that he go back to me like this. So I was like, hey, okay, Charlie, we're on. So I said, yeah, bro, this has been in the works for a minute. Oh, it's very beautiful. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much.
Charlie.
Today you have caught me. All because of Michael. Michael is my brother. So anyone that Michael sends me there, they're also my brother. Oh, and I know your older brother, Trevor.
Yeah.
We used to play together just around my house. There was some on the dirt road. We used to play ball with another friend. His name was Diego. So Diego was the middleman, connected us together. So we played ball. And then when I got connected with you, then just the other day when I was at the airport, I went to pick my dad because he was coming back to watch the showcase. Yeah. And then I saw you. I knew that I was doing the podcast with you. Then Trevor too was there, and I said, hey, Charlie, Accra is so connected.
Hey, I was so confused. I was there. I was like, I was seeing everybody. Then out of nowhere, I just see you come like, I was supposed to see you on Saturday. I was like, hey, Charlie, let me surprise you, but
as soon as you drop, I was coming to meet you. This podcast, I wanted to be on it.
Straight out. Bro came to the airport.
Yeah.
Straight up. Okay. So this is have you watched any of my shows? Like
I've seen it on Instagram. I like the format that you do.
Okay, good. So you haven't seen the questions about to pepper you with right now. So
tough questions.
No, nothing serious. This is the first question I ask everybody when they come on the show. Sure. It's a very simple question.
Okay.
Who is KWAME Bofrot?
Oh, KWAME Bofrot. Charlie, many things though. But I started off, KWAME Bofrot doing the Instagram comedy. Found fooling on IG and TikTok. Okay, originally it started on Snapchat. I posted one video, then it got views. People were sharing it, so I just continued to do it. When I'll go to Lizzie, they will say, hey, Charlie, that Snapchat video you did, it was good. So I said, okay, let me continue it. So I moved it to IG, and then IG grew slowly. My friends were sharing it, and then their friends were sharing it, and I moved it to TikTok. Once I moved it to TikTok, that's when it really started growing.
Take off.
And then from there, it's growing. And then God is using this platform that I have in more ways than just fan fooling on IG and TikTok. Now we are using it to help footballers here in Ghana, not even just Ghana, but West Africa, in a whole, to go and pursue their dreams, and to play football at a higher level, pursue their education as well. And we'll see what more God has in store. But Charlie, when you follow God, He will take you to places you never thought possible.
Charlie, straight up.
True.
So I have a question for you. Kwame Bofrot and Levi.
Yeah.
Are they the same or are they different?
Oh, you see, Christianity, there's the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, the 3-in-1. So Kwame Bofrot and Levi, I'm not saying I'm God, but I'm saying like that Levi, there's the Kwame Bofrot side, that's, the main side, that's me. But everything is me. I try to just be real and original and keep it real 100 times. If you are trying to be something that you are not, it will never work. So everything I do is me. I try to just stand firm in what I believe, say what I believe, and just be me at all times. Straight
up, bro. That's it, bro. Listen, this is even like you haven't even started the podcast already, like really, and he's already dropping some gems. Yeah, you have to be yourself, man, because that's the first and the only thing. Like, be yourself. Because if you try, I said this in another podcast, that if you try and you want to be somebody you're not, you're going to attract people who like that person.
Right.
And then you kind of trap yourself and you can never really be yourself.
Yeah.
And so, literally, if you want to be free, you have to be yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You may not give the attention at first, but consistency, then it will slowly start to come. And you start to see people who want you for you.
If you are not being yourself, then you are telling God that you don't like the way He has created you. Then you are insulting God. Don't worry.
Insult.
When you meet God too, He also insults you something.
straight up. Okay, so let's go to the beginning, the very, very beginning. When did this whole thing start?
This whole thing started, I think, was it 2019 or 2018? I just did a small Snapchat video, just fooling around in the bathroom on the mirror. I was holding the phone, recording in the mirror on Snapchat. Then that video, it got views, and then my friends were sharing it. They were all screen recording it and sharing it on their stories. So then I just decided to just try and take it further. And then we moved it to a short, like, small series, doing on YouTube. Short series. And then, but then I left Ghana for a year. I went to Wisconsin in the US. And then that's when, like, the YouTube series kind of like, it fell apart because, I was doing it with people that were very good behind the scenes, doing editing the videos and all that. When I moved to Wisconsin, it became difficult. So that's when I started just, doing the videos kind of like Mr. Cocoyam, just sitting there with the phone, recording it, just talking to it and talking about current issues that are going on. And that's the easiest way. If I can be somewhere and there's something I need to talk about, and I can just pull my phone out and talk about it. Straight up.
I remember the Kwame Bofrot coming to you live from the Buffin house. I remember that one. It was really, it was everywhere. Everybody see, Kwame Bofrot. Yo, first of all, how many languages do you speak?
Okay, English and Tree, so just the two.
Okay, so where did you learn the Tree?
The Tree, my dad is very fluent in Tree. He's even better than me.
Really?
Yeah, Charlie. And him, when you talk to him, he would do like he doesn't speak it, but he speaks his papa. Then I have all my friends growing up, playing at Lizzie Sports, being around that. Then, good friends. I have a friend named Paco. He also teaches me. And then, just making sure I stay sharp.
I'm even trying to learn. I'm trying to learn the Tree or something.
There's always more to learn.
Straight up. What age did you learn it? Or was like from young?
I really, really tried learning it when I was at Lizzie Sports, like 7th, 8th grade year.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I mean, you from a younger age you learn it, but then Charlie, at that time, then it's like you really want to just dive in and just be sharp about it. Yeah.
So there's something that I just thought about right now. It's something that kind of every Ghanaian they do when they go to America or they go abroad.
Yeah.
Something that they call code switching.
Arbitrary.
Yeah. So the code switching and things like that. This is something that you also involved in.
Are you talking about, what do you mean by code switching?
So when you go to America, then the accent all changes. Then Charlie. It all becomes, oh hello, yes, my name is Kwame, my name is Levi, I'm from this and this and this.
Oh yeah, I mean, Charlie, we are all victims to that one. When you go there, I mean, you just have to adapt to the environment when you're there. But it also depends on people I'm hanging out with. I have my good Ghanaian friends over there, so when we are there, then we speak the pidgin and everything like that. So, straight up. So I'm a victim of it.
Okay.
Are you also a victim of it?
Okay. Funny enough. Actually, I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Well done.
Like I have it too,
Uh-huh.
but like I don't know. They've been to now be changing it and then doing it. I was just like, okay, if they really suffer to understand me, then I'll say it and I want to be like, yes, this is what I mean. And they'll be like, oh,
it depends
okay.
on who you are talking to. Yeah.
If I'm talking, okay, no. Funny enough, even like there are those American bloggers, the people who are there. If you're watching this show, those people I'm talking about. If you don't understand me, you don't learn to understand me. That's at least it's my friends. But for the teachers and those things, okay, that one, that one, exactly. You have to do it because they will not understand you, and then you just create problems for yourself. Straight up. Okay. My question now is, how do you stay creative?
There's always new things that's happening to be creative about. There's always new things to talk about. There's always new things happening. And there's always a way to stay creative. Just be yourself, and there's always new things happening in this world. So there's always something new you can talk about. There's always something new you can start, something new, and God, God will show you. God will tell you, Charlie, do this and do this and this thing, and just be yourself.
And with this, like, let's say the TikTok and the Instagram and whatnot, do you ever pay attention to like the algorithm and what videos are trending, or like what?
Sometimes I'll hop on the trending videos, but at the same time, that one too is like then you are just following the sheep. The sheep are going here, then you are following the sheep, then the sheep are going here, then they are following the. So sometimes there has been some trends that I'll say, okay, this one there to be good on my page, so I'll hop on it. But it's not every trend I'll just hop on a few, and then at the same time I try to keep everything my own self. But there are some trends I've hopped on before, but I don't just look for the trends and then try and hop on it. If there's one trend that's going around and I see, okay, this one could fit on my page well, then I'll do it. Why not?
Straight up. So has there been like, there's some things that you definitely will not do, and where do you kind of draw that line to be like, okay, this one there, you all know it's jokes, but I know if I do this joke, people will not take it as a joke.
Okay, I always want to speak very positively about Ghana.
Okay.
Always want to speak very positively about Ghana. Ghana has done a lot for me. I'm proud of Ghana. I'm a proud Ghanaian, and I always want to make sure I'm speaking highly of Ghana. I never want to undermine Ghana.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, I also am viewed to some people as a foreigner. If someone views me, they don't know me, they will view me as a foreigner. So imagine a foreigner. Okay, let's say you go into Japan. I don't believe you have any Japan connections, right? You're not Japanese. Okay, let's say you go into Japan, then you are just insulting the country. They will sack you, or they won't like that. You can't go into someone's country, and so I always want to speak very positively about Ghana, because Ghana is a great country, and I don't ever want to. That's a line I would never do. Is insult the country.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Okay. So, for people who are watching you and they're like, okay, I also want to go into creating content and go into just making people smile, making people laugh.
Yeah.
What advice would you give them?
Oh, like I've been saying, just be yourself. Be yourself. Don't change who you are when you are doing it. I think when you change who you are, it's kind of a form of selling your soul. So just remain who you are. And do things in a friendly manner. Or comedy is you're always uplifting someone, but then you take a jab at someone, or you take a jab at yourself, but do it in a way that everyone will laugh at it. Don't do it in a total demeaning way. But of course, in comedy, you insult someone, will be on the low end of the stick, someone will be on the high end of the stick. But just make sure that you're not. You do it in a comical way, but not in a way that demeans the person. Yeah.
Okay. Who is one person that you were very shocked that they watched your videos?
Very shocked that I watched. Okay. Okay. So I was at this restaurant one time. I forget the name of the actor. Very big actor. The name slips in my mind right now. But I was eating my food, and I was going to go and say hi to him after, introduce myself. And he finished the food before me. Then he came up to me and he wanted to greet me. So that one day I was shocked. Then the other day my mom was she was at Pinocchio's, and Black Sherif came. And my mom went up and she got a picture of him. He was a very friendly guy. My mom said, "Do you know KWAME BOFROT?" And he goes, "Yeah, his mother, eh?" So I said, hey, Charlie, that one there, it felt good. Charlie, Black Wood, is one of my favorite artists. I love listening to him. So when I also heard that, I love listening to him, and he also has watched some of my videos there. It was nice.
Straight up. Wow, bro, that's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. I know this is like, it's kind of been something that you didn't really plan for. It was like in terms of like the people that would see you and whatnot and all these different things. It's just been in terms of putting in the work and just creating the videos and staying diligent and whatnot. Which kind of leads me to the question I have for you is, how are you able to stay consistent?
I mean, it's not always easy. Sometimes I've gone into some periods where I'm focusing on other things and I haven't done videos. Sometimes my page, it's a hard thing. Staying consistent is all about discipline. You see, discipline is more important than motivation, because your motivation will always be motivated today, but tomorrow you'll not be motivated. So you have to stay disciplined. I haven't always done the best. Sometimes I've gone a bit without posting it, but it's also come to my favor. Sometimes when you don't go posting for a while and then you come back with a banger there to help you a lot. But I have to do a better job on my own end as well of being consistent. But consistent is key. If you are consistent with it, Charlie, it grows like a snowball. The snowball effect. It starts off small, and every time it rolls down, it just continues to get bigger at an exponential number.
At what point did you realize? What was the point that you realized that this thing, it could actually be big?
Oh, from the beginning, when they were sharing it like that, I was like, I saw the vision. I saw that it could be big, but where it has taken me into different routes, that's where it has really surprised me. With the football, especially the football. Now my focus is really, really on the football. Using my platform to help the footballers here.
Definitely. Even going into football, before we even get into the KWAME BOFROT Foundation, which, by the way, we will talk about it. Don't worry. You'll definitely get to the side. The football. Do you play football in uni?
I played. I don't play anymore.
Oh, you don't play anymore?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is that?
So I grew up playing football was my biggest passion. I wanted to even play for the Black Stars. That was my dream. But when I got out to uni, I was playing at a small school in Minnesota, and I realized, look, I'm good at football. But there are people that are far better than me and can make it, way farther than me. So then my focus shift. Okay, let me stop forcing myself to try and go farther, because I know at a certain point I'm limited and I wouldn't be able to make it that far. I just had to be realistic. So instead of focusing on myself trying to get to that spot, then I just decided to focus on helping other people that are better and have more talents in the game to help them push and get to that level.
Okay. And I'm guessing, is that where the KWAME BOFROT Foundation came?
Yeah, that's where the KWAME BOFROT Foundation came from.
Okay. So tell us about the KWAME BOFROT Foundation.
Okay, so 6 years ago, actually, there was a prophet that came to our church, and I have to be honest with you, I've always been very, very skeptical about prophets. Even recently, 2019. They were saying in 2020, we are going to do this massive crusades all around the world. We are going international. We are doing all these prophet crusades. And then 2020 came and then COVID shut it. So they had to cancel their crusade. Couldn't you see that the thing was coming? If you are a prophet, you can see things. Couldn't you see that COVID was something big like COVID? You couldn't see it. But this prophet, he looked at me and he didn't know me. And he said, he asked me where you from. I said Ghana, and he said, I see you going back to Ghana and doing football clinics for the kids. And he didn't even know I play sports or anything. So I said, okay, sure. And then some years went by, and then last year I felt like God touched on my heart to come back and bring the university coaches to Ghana, because university at the Division 1 level and Division 2 level and at the NIA level in some JUCO schools, they can offer full ride scholarships to kids. So, and they like recruiting internationally. They love it, because you think about it. In America, if you're recruiting the best player in there, you're competing with 15, 20, 25 other schools for that one kid. You come to Ghana and the players here are so good at such a high level, but there's very little opportunities. So, and these coaches want to come to Ghana, and they've come to Ghana before to do these recruiting things. The problem is a lot of the people here don't really know what they're looking for. So they bring players that are too old. Players that they are doing football age, and someone is saying he's 19, he wants to come to arbitrate to play ball, but then he's asking for a visa for his kid too. Doesn't make sense. So I know what they are looking for. So I say, okay, if it's God that is telling me this thing, because sometimes you can wonder, okay, is it God that is telling me to do this, or it's my mind is telling me to do this thing? So I then said, okay, I will email and contact the head coach at Grand Canyon University. I just moved to that school. And I said, okay, I'll contact that coach. And you know, these coaches, they receive thousands of emails a day, especially at the Division 1 level. They are the only D1 school in Arizona. And the stadium is one of the best in America.
Okay.
So people want to play there. So they email the coaches like crazy. So I emailed him and I said, okay, we'll see. If it's God, I'll get a reply. If God doesn't want it to happen, then it won't happen. And my friend from Ghana was also talking to the coach, and he called me a few days later. He said, the coach wants to talk to you. So immediately I put on my things and rushed to the office, and I talked to him and presented him what I want to do for him. And he was fully on board. And he wanted to support me in any way possible. And he also gave me the job as the student manager to just work for the team as a volunteer, travel with them, work at the practices, and then learn what it, you know, a Division 1 program is like, what they look for, and so that way I can do the best recruiting for him. So when I came to Ghana in December, then the first person I wanted to go talk to was Coach Eric.
Shout out
Coach Eric. Because in Ghana, when you go to a village, the first person that you go to is the chief. You go to the chief to tell him what you want to do. So if I'm going to do something in Ghana football, I have to go to the chief, Coach Eric. I trained under him from a small age, so I've always had that high respect for him. And he loved what I was going to do, so he also fully supported me. And then from there, it just took off. I advertised it, and over 4,000 kids in Ghana reached out. 4,000.
Really?
Can you imagine? 4,000 kids reached out wanting to take part in this trial, Charlie. From all over. I had a kid from Japan come.
Hey.
I had a kid from Tamale. He drove down here. He came 10 hours old. They came.
Hey.
Charlie, people from everywhere, they came for this program. But we could only select 128.
Oh, wow.
So of the 4,000, they sent us the videos, and then, you know, we made sure they were qualified so that they'll be eligible for college ball in the U.S. But at the same time, they had to be really good in those videos. So we selected the best of the best, the creme de la creme. They came, they played. It was 3 days. It was a 3-day tournament. So we did it at gala style. The first day was 4 matches. So 4 teams won. They moved on to the second day. But then, of course, the 4 teams that lose, we didn't want, if there's a good player on a team that loses. So we took the best players from the 4 teams that lost and created another 2 teams for the second day. That way they can perform again. And then on the final day, we had the curtain raiser. That was of the 6 teams that lost. Then we took the best players from there and created an all-star team to play against each other. And then there was the finals right after that. It was great. The coach, so we brought the coach from GCU, Coach Danny. He's also works with the Phoenix Rising. They're the only professional club in Arizona. He was the former Venezuelan national team.
Oh, wow.
He played at Valencia, a big-time guy. And so he came. We had some other coaches that were trying to come. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it. University of South Florida, University of Jamestown, Justice University, Point University. But they're all recruiting virtually. So we made sure the biggest thing that we did was video and capture. Everything. So that way we can send it to these guys and then they can do the recruiting there. But also it was just the first showcase. For a first showcase, it was a massive success. Yeah. We had one small trial in February, just with one coach as well. And one player got a full ride scholarship. But with this one, we are aiming for 8 to 12. But after it, so many coaches, so many agents, so many scouts even from Europe, from pro teams, they were messaging us saying that they want to be a part of the next one. So right now, we just finished it on Saturday. We are now planning for the next one. And we are planning it around the Ghana SHS school system. So that way, the kids that are in high school will do it around their break time so that they can take part. But also a time where it works best for college coaches. So now we've seen what it takes. We've seen what it does. We've had a first successful one. But now we have to follow up with a second one that's even far better.
There's so much to unpack in what you just said right now. It's very powerful. It's very, very powerful. I want to highlight this specific thing that just keeps coming to mind. And I think this is like, in a way, I've seen a parallel between this and like a story in the Bible, Moses. Yeah. So there was something that was pleased in you. Go and do this. Yeah. Now, obviously, Moses, he was doing stubborn. I'm sure that you two were doing stubborn at the time.
Sometimes you doubt God. I don't know why. They told us in the Bible, don't doubt him, stories after stories. But Charlie, human nature, sometimes eventually you doubt him.
Exactly. And I'm just seeing the parallel of how something is like, God will order your steps. He just needs you to be compliant and just take them. Yeah. He just needs you to work for it. And he'll give you the direction. Yeah. And that's what I was saying with you, just sending the email. Right. Just going up and presenting the idea and not being afraid. And just being able to even come to Ghana and also connect people to over there. And I think it's very powerful to see you using your platform for something as big as this, because these are people's lives that are being changed completely by the foundation.
And they don't know the things that go inside. You see, sometimes you sit at a dinner table, you see the nice food, you eat it, your stomach is satisfied, but you don't know what was going on inside the kitchen. You don't know the way the chefs were suffering before they gave you that food. You know the rounds they were running to get that ingredients. Sometimes you see what's going on at the dining table, but you don't know what's going on in the kitchen. Something like this, Charlie. So many difficult things that were inside, but Charlie is God. If God wants this to happen, no matter the difficulty, He will make it happen.
He will make it happen. Straight up. How did you even go about connecting with the different universities in America?
Well, really, it was the GCU coaches that really helped me.
Okay.
And they really liked the vision, and they don't want it to be something that is just for them. They want other schools there as well. So they've been helping me really connect with other programs. But at the same time, when you do something good like this, people will hear about it.
Yeah.
So now the word is getting out, and then so we'll get more.
So you said next year you're planning to do another one.
Yeah, next year we're planning on doing another one. Right now, just if you're interested in it, I don't want to say something and then it doesn't happen at that date. So just follow the page, and we're posting updates, and I'll announce shortly when the next one is. I want it to be quick. I want to announce the next one maybe in the next week or two, so that way, Charlie, we have a whole year of just planning
for it. Straight up. Okay.
Because this last one, it was short notice. I started the planning really from the advertising of it. Really, it was January. So from January to May. And think about it. In that time too, I was in school. I was focusing on graduating. I also have a business in the US. So I'm doing a lot of things. But so now, we know more. We are wiser, and we have more time. So the next one, even this one was great, but the next one will be even far better. The kids loved it, especially because I did it with Coach Eric, and one thing about Ghana programs is sometimes you get there, they will say 9 o'clock will start. By 3 p.m. now. Now they are starting. Our things started on time. We said 8 a.m. We started 8. We said we'll finish by 12 each day. Finish at 12. The coaches loved it. The players loved it. They had so much fun. We did certificates and trophies at the end. Charlie, everything went so wonderful.
That's beautiful. That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
You said that you also have a business in America.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about what that business is?
So it's called At Your Door Service. We do home services. So we do window cleaning, pressure washing, permanent LED lighting on the outside of homes. That's the big one. And then gutter cleaning as well, but just those home services. So those key ones that people don't want to do on their own, so they'll hire someone else to do. But the permanent LED is the big one. And that one, what it does is people pay a lot of money for Christmas lights, 4th of July lights at their home now, and then removal and as well. But now they just have lights up on their home. They don't have to change anything, and they can just change the colors from the touch of their phone.
Wow. So this is something that you started?
Yes, this was something I started.
Wow. Okay. When did you start that one?
I started it last year. I've been doing it for 1 year now. But how I started it was I did door-to-door sales for a pest control company.
Hey, wow.
Yeah, I went door-to-door selling sasu. So actually, easy. And I was doing it in a place where so many other people were going door to door for pest control too. Hey. So I'll knock on someone's door. They will say, "Yeah, we've had 3 pest control salesmen here already. I just have to go to the next door." So it taught me the skill of sales, of door to door. And then I just when I got back, I was trying to figure out something small I could do on my own that I could go door to door with. So I started off with window cleaning, just doing sponge and squeegee, and then I just the first day got 3 sales, and then it just has grown and grown and grown and grown.
So is this something that you just do on your own, or do you have people that are also doing it with you?
Yeah, so I have people that work with me. They'll do all the cleaning and the installation, and then I have some guys that will go door to door as well. So I have a sales team as well. But I still go door to door as well.
Oh wow! I can imagine that takes a lot of time. To be going.
But once you get the hang of it, it's a skill. Once you learn the skill, you get better at it. So now I'll just go about 2-3 hours a day, and I'll fill up the next day's schedule.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So now I'll take less time. Then I've done it in a way that's a community aspect, so people know, okay, this is the community guy who does these things. And so based on that, now there's the word of mouth. And then, flyers as well, online advertising. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what tips would you give to somebody who's also looking to go into sales?
Sales is not easy. In the beginning, you and throughout, you're gonna get a lot of no's, rejection. You're going to get a lot of rejection. But you just have to get past that. Rejection is God's protection. So if someone is saying no, you just have to say, okay, thank you, senior, and go to the next one, because there's a reason you are not supposed to do that one. But of course, don't leave after the first no. You have to object him some more and overcome some objections. And then, but once you see that the guy is saying no, okay, say okay, thank you, because now you're getting me to my buyer quicker. So you get to the next person and you just give your pitch, tell them what you are doing. Always look to help them, find out what problems they have. And try to assist them. You want to do a service that's so great. I don't want to sell someone, we do a bad job and never get them again, but we got paid for that one. I want to do a job where we do such a great job, they pay us, they tip us, and then they want us to come again so that we can continually work for them. Because keeping them is way more. You can sell someone, but if you keep them, that's the hard part. So you want to give them, you have to back what you're in sales, you're going to hype your product, but you have to live up to that expectation as well. Don't go and sell something that is not good. Yeah.
Okay. And you also mentioned school. You're graduating.
Yeah, I just graduated in April.
Oh, wow.
April 27th was April 26th was my graduation.
Oh wow. So now you're just free.
Oh Charlie, something like that too. But there's always something to do.
Always. It's always something to do. Okay. So you're going back to the States.
I'll go back. I go back Thursday, and then I'll continue. I'll run the business for the summer. The rest of time, and then interestingly enough, there was a guy who reached out to me. He saw the trial that I was doing in Ghana, and he grew up in Liberia, and he wanted to recruit West African players. So he gave me a call. He wanted me to come to his university and talk to him about it. He wanted to recruit, see how I could do some recruiting, and we were talking, and then he offered me the assistant men's coach for the football team, and then as well as the athletic coordinator and director of all their sports. So I'll be stepping into that position soon. And then trying to change that program. It's a new program, 4 years old, so I'm gonna try and help lift them off the ground. Oh wow! So I'll be killing all the bets with one stone. So
multiple shots.
Yeah, multiple shots. So what I've been doing is I try to make it a community thing. So I go around the university and that area, and then when I'm selling the homes, if someone says no, then I'll say okay. Then I'll just say, by any chance, do you know of this university? They'll say yes. And then I'll say, okay, I just became the new men's soccer coach. I want to invite you to our games. I think we'll have a good team this year. And then that way, then they know, okay, oh, this guy is connected with that school, so he's, he must be a reliable person. But then we can get more people at the games, fill up the stadium, and then grow it. Make it a community, because community is very important. Wherever you are, build a good community. People around you, build a good community. So I'm really trying to make this a community thing. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's something. So you said community is it's an important aspect of anything that you're doing, and that's why I'm kind of picking that up more and more. Okay. Yes. That's okay. Community. That's a note. Community. Focus on building the community of people.
Wherever you are at, even if you're not in your hometown or you're not, build a community around you. People are very important, so build a community around you.
Okay. How do you deal with brands, like getting brand deals and whatnot?
Brand deals. In terms of my page.
Yeah.
Well, so I'll tell you one thing. I've been reluctant on pretty much every brand deal that has approached me, because I don't want my page to be one of these pages that just become an advertising page. People like my page because there's no adverts. It's always just straight comedy. When they come to my page, they get what they are looking for. And I don't want to be that kind of page where everything that they come, they see he has posted a new video, then they are expecting to go and laugh. But meanwhile, I'm promoting someone's new slippers or something like that. So I just want it to be that they enjoy. So I've been reluctant on most, but if they approach me with a good deal, you never say never.
Straight up. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
But they should also bring their dollars.
Speaking of dollars,
or maybe they should do pounds now.
Pounds.
Yeah.
So speaking of dollars, we're gonna the dollar to CD. How you see this?
Oh, Charlie, then normally when you come here, you can spoil here because you change the dollars. Then it's big money, but I mean, it's good. It's good. I'm proud of Ghana for getting it stronger, because now they should bring down their prices. The city is getting stronger, but the prices are still high. So don't worry, you are watching your prices.
So the prices are those be covered down with the city.
Then they blame the tariffs. Oh, we haven't brought the prices down because of the tariffs. Yeah, what tariffs are you feeling?
So just give what's your prediction? How low do you think the city will go?
When I was growing up, it was 1-to-1.
Yeah.
$1 to 1 cedi. So why not get it down?
1-to-1.
Yeah, 1-to-1.
Straight up.
Why not?
1-to-1.
It used to be 1-to-1. Now it's 1-to-10. So why not get it down to 1-to-1?
If it's 1-to-1, then what the things to change.
Very soon,
people are buying cars and things, houses, and
very soon we'll be giving IMF loans.
1-to-1.
1-to-1. Why not? Why not?
1-to-1. Okay. Straight up. Okay. How do you? I also want to go into. Okay, this one it was even kind of back a bit, but collabs, dealing with collabing with different people and maybe organizations and whatnot. How do you do that?
So there was a guy at my school. I collabed with him a little bit. Abraham Creates. So I did some collaborations with him. But I haven't done too many. Like I said, I've kind of just been in my lane doing my thing. But now I guess the big collaboration would be KWAME BOFROT Foundation and OK Sports and these kind of things coming together for the football. That's like the collabs that are happening now. Working with Coach Eric and his team alongside my team to come together and help these football players. And then another one that I've really been working with is this one on my jersey. You see. Next Star Sports Management. So me and my friend Kwesi, he's a certified FIFA agent.
Really?
Yeah. So we are coming together to form this Next Star Sports Management to help push players to the pro side. So get them, to Europe and get them assist them so that we can help them achieve their dreams.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's very powerful.
Yeah.
So with this, so that's the sponsor of the thing.
One of the sponsors. We had a few sponsors.
Oh wow. So dealing with sponsors, how do you go about it? How do you navigate that?
Well, we wanted to benefit both parties. So the sponsor, we want to obviously we're seeing how can you guys help us, but at the same time, how can we help you guys? If you're doing something that you're helping us, fine. But if we are not assisting you and helping you, then don't waste your time with us. At the same time, if we are going to be doing so much for you, but you're not doing anything for us, then also that one is not working. Make sure it's a mutual thing. You're both helping each other. You see, sometimes the best thing about having a good friend or a good brother is you can't do things on your own. The best way to do something, I'm sure you and Trevor, I'm sure you guys work together as a team. The best thing is when you have a good brother by your side. You guys can push each other and go higher. You guys can lift each other up and go higher. If you try and do things by yourself, you're wasting your time. It's good to work with people. Be in their best interest, and they'll also be in your best interest.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. I ain't gonna lie, it's tough. It's actually messing. It is correct. I want to know your forecast on Ghana sports, specifically football. Where do you see it's going?
There's a lot of hope for Ghana football. There's a lot of talented players here. When they showcase themselves at the trial, they showed that there's so much talent here. There's so much hope for Ghanaian football. Now it's whether about people like the GFA. They have to take them seriously because there's a lot of talented players. In terms of the players, there's so much hope. Now we just look at the leaders and we say, we are giving you the talented players, but let's do something with it. Yeah.
Speaking of GFE, how do you feel about the Ghana football team?
I mean, see, in 2010, we got to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, quarterfinals.
Why aren't we there every year? If we can do it 1 year, why can't we do it every year? Why can't we go higher than that? We should have been in the semifinals.
Yes.
Why can't we be that far every year?
Why can't we?
Why can't we? Why can't we be winners? You have to have the victor mentality, not the victim mentality. The victor mentality. Why can't we be winners? We've done it before. Why can't we do it again? It's the same genes or it's not the same genes?
The same thing. The same thing.
Same genes. Now, why can't we do it again? We have to. We'll do it again. Don't worry.
We will. Especially now with the KWAME BOFROT Foundation. Things are turning.
Don't worry. We'll save Ghana football.
Straight up. You guys have heard it, right?
We'll save it. Don't worry.
You guys will see World Cup. You see KWAME come. He's inside the stadium. He's shouting for his boys. It's proper.
Don't stress again. Me and Coach Eric will save everything.
Straight up. Coach. See, by the way, we also need Coach Eric to be the next Ghana coach.
It's a lot of people behind the scenes. It's not just me and Coach Eric. Charlie. There's so many people working behind the scenes. So many people. If I'm to thank all of them, Charlie will be here longer than Joe Rogan podcast. Charlie.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Okay. So, see, I just want to take some time to just give shout out to Coach Eric because that guy, like, hey, bro, I'm sure he doesn't even remember me. That's as it, like, the impact that he has made on a lot of us. Because if you ask any Ghana boy who did any football, even sports career in general, Coach Eric. Oh, I know Coach Eric.
Yeah.
I know Coach Eric.
I know Coach Charlie. I'm sure he remembers you. He has a very, very sharp memory.
Yeah.
He sees everything. Charlie can never escape the guy.
Hey, Coach Eric. Yeah, this guy, man, it was actually very powerful. So yeah, shout out to you, Coach Eric. Shout out, man. Shout out to Coach Eric. I want to know, what is one thing, or what do you want to be remembered by?
Making a good impact and using God's talents to make a good impact. Everyone that dies will be forgotten at some point. There are the few people that people don't forget them, like the greats. But when people die, most people are forgotten. Give it 2 generations. I'm sure even if I was to ask you, who is your great aunties? Name your great aunties. Can you name them? Forgotten about them. So I don't have to be remembered, but I want, if I'm doing something to make it good enough, the KWAME BOFROT Foundation, if I die, I want it to be something that is still running, something that is helping players, something that is long lasting. That's what I want to be remembered, using God's plan for me and bring it to fruition. I don't ever want to be someone that says I'm going to do something and I don't do it. If I'm going to say I'm going to do something, I have to do it. I don't want to ever be someone that's all talk, no action. Because then when you get to 70, 80 years old and you can't do anything again, or let me say 90, because there are still 70 and 80-year-olds, even 90-year-olds that are still being very, very productive. But when you get to an old age, I don't want to look back and say, hey, Charlie, I wish I had done these things. I wish I had gone for it. I wish I had that dream I had. I wish I had pushed on. No. And we have to do it. Even if it doesn't work. There are businesses people don't know that I've tried starting before. It didn't work. It didn't work at all. So I just stopped and move on. Some things will not always work. It's called cutting your losses. If you see it's not going to work, Charlie, cut your losses, go in a different direction. Of course, if you see there's a vision for it, then you stick with it. But don't be afraid to fail as well. Failing is the key to success. You have to fail. Everyone has failed.
It's so funny. Every single person that I've spoken to on this podcast, when it comes to how did they reach where they are and the advice that they would give, they always mention, you have to fail.
Yeah.
Failure is important. And actually, like, I think it was another podcast. His name is Stephen Bartlett. And he runs this company. It's a media company.
Yeah.
And he literally rewards people who have failed the most in the week. So he rewards failure. Like, he wants the rate of failure to be high. Because the more you fail, the more you realize, okay, this is not what to do, and the faster you get to the solution.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's something that we all need to, like, kind of step into, and not being afraid to fail. Because it's like, oh, we don't want to mess up because of, like, feeling like, oh, we are not enough, or feeling like, oh, we are not meant to do this, or different things that can kind of come and enter the equation.
Right.
So it's just about not being afraid to fail, failing fast, and learning from the failure. Because if you don't learn, then it's pointless.
Exactly.
Straight up. Okay. We mess with it. It's proper. See, you guys are seeing KWAME BOFROT. See, bro, wisdom is inside, dude. It's not just the fooling, though. It's wisdom. Wisdom is inside. It's good.
I've been telling them things and then they're laughing at it. See, I've been telling them sense, but they're laughing.
It's straight. This is knowledge. He's giving you guys knowledge. You see, listen. You guys, just off of this, you guys have to like the video. Just because the wisdom that he's dropping, you just have to like the video and just comments a question that you have for KWAME BOFROT, and then we'll ask him again. We'll ask him those questions.
This will not be the last time. I hope you invite me.
Definitely. The next time that you even come, I'm manifesting this thing. I'm speaking the life into this one.
Amen.
The next time that you come, we'll have proper bigger studio. We have
Charlie.
the whole squad. We have food. This thing. People are setting this up and things. You guys don't know that when I came here, the guys were sitting in my house for like almost an hour, just because the studio was not set up. So now I'm running to set up this, set up the light. The next time you come.
Oh, Charlie, no what? I was even very impressed when I got inside the studio. I was very, very impressed. So, Charlie, Steve Jobs started in a garage, but you are starting in a studio. So you're already 10 steps ahead of
Charlie.
of Steve. Hey, was it Steve Jobs or Jeff Bezos? I think it was Bezos.
No.
Or they both?
Yeah,
both of them. You're already ahead of them. They shine.
Yeah, that's yes. You guys have heard it. So we guys see the Empower Studio, and you see the full crew on set. We have different camera angles and things. So you look at one camera, then you look at this one. Yeah,
they don't see the killers at the back.
Yeah. That's it.
They see the dining table, but not the kitchen.
Not the kitchen. You guys are seeing the dining table, but you're not seeing the kitchen. Speaking of that, what's something that you feel like people do not see about content creation? It's like something that is missed.
I mean, the hardness of staying consistent. I think they miss that. Some people always think, they'll start it, and then when they don't get anything, then they'll just quit. Stick with it. I don't think people sometimes they just think, I'm just going to start it and get famous. But it's not like that. You stick with it. You have to be consistent. Very consistent with it.
I'm not even going to lie to you. For me, that was something that I was thinking about, and I think even with me, something like this, I like to kind of think in a sense that it's going to take a while. It's going to take a minute to come, and it's like I have my own timeline, which is good, but it's also not good, because then it's like your timeline will be God's timeline.
Right.
So the timeline that me and Kara even have, who said it will be shorter or who said it will be longer?
Exactly.
I don't know the exact time.
Yeah.
But for me, for instance, like a large reason what that's helping to stay consistent is that the expectation that I have for this.
Yeah.
I don't expect this to be number one podcast in Ghana right now, because I know that, Charlie, it's the consistency game.
Yeah.
It's about building it up. But one day, it's definitely going to come there. It's definitely come there.
You're already killing it.
Oh, Charlie.
You're already killing it.
Charlie. Thank you, bro. Thank you. We are trying. We try to be God. And that's it. Straight up.
Be God. Everything be God.
It's straight up God. But, like, just dealing with that, I think this is something that I'm trying to remember, if I can remember this properly. A large reason why people struggle to stay consistent is because they severely underestimate how much work it requires. And they kind of, they underestimate the work that requires, and then they overestimate something. I think it was the expectation or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
Of something like that, something related to that. But the bottom line is that the expectation of how long it's going to take to do something.
Yeah.
People have that a bit messed up.
Right.
To be able to blow, you say you started in 2019.
Yeah.
What was the time that you really started to like really catch on and like really blow up?
Okay, so 2019 I started it. Then I also when I went to Wisconsin, I really took a lot of time off. I was living with my uncle and aunt there, and then just that was my first time living in the US that one year. So it I had to get adjusted to everything. So I got adjusted. Then the next year, junior year, I came back to Ghana. And then that's when I started doing it, and I was getting consistent, and it really started taking off. When I went to America in COVID, that's when it like the video started to blow. You see, COVID, everyone was just on their phones.
Home and things.
So those videos there, they were trending. So that's when it really started to gain traction.
Okay. But there was a time in it, like you had started, and there's some time before the takeoff had come. Yeah. And that's the thing that I'm trying to get at. Is that it wasn't like you just started bam and then it moves. Obviously everybody's story is different. Sometimes people can just start and then do blue. Yeah. That one is honestly it's not possible. But the bottom line is it still requires work. Because even though they blow, it requires work to stay there and to stay consistent. Because blowing up is one thing, but remaining relevant, remaining on top of the game, that's a completely different struggle.
Normally when those people blow so quickly, when they just rise like a helicopter, normally they fall even quicker. They fall even quicker. Who was this one chick in the US that blew up so fast? That chick, they were doing some street interview with her. Hawk Tour. Remember that foolish girl? Most useless human being. She blew up so fast, then she came down even harder. Useless girl. But someone like that, they'll blow up so fast, Charlie. the fall down maybe even be quicker.
It's because the preparation that was needed wasn't there.
Exactly.
So there's a reason why you are probably not where you need to, or maybe where you want to be.
Yeah.
There's a preparation. There's a certain level of preparation.
Yeah.
And it's like you think you're ready, but you really are not ready. And that's something that I even had to come to terms with. Because I was like, even when I was first starting out, I wanted to get all these big people on my podcast. I wanted to message them.
Yeah.
But then I was like, they're not getting back to me when I message them. It's not a bad thing, because if they said yes and they will come and see what is here. It's like you haven't reached the level now where when they come, you can kind of chest it and shoulder it. Because if, let's say, you had come when I had just started it, I would have had this iPad like this, the front-facing camera, no microphone. We just talk, we just talk like that, and then be done.
Yeah.
But the perception will be way more different than how it is now.
Right.
Where we are sitting down and we are talking, and everything is here and it's set up.
There's
a level of preparation that is required to reach certain heights.
It prepares you, Charlie. It's all about it's preparation.
That's it. Straight up. Nah, bro. This is a very, very powerful podcast. This is a very powerful episode, man. This is something that, Charlie, is very serious. And now we're gonna go into something that's a bit we'll see what's gonna happen.
More ginger.
Yeah, something small.
We're
gonna as somebody who stays current in the news and whatnot, what's something that has caught your attention, has caught your mind?
Oh, Charlie, so many things are catching the attention nowadays. Everything from, I assume you are talking politics. Charlie, there's so many things. You see, when I come to Ghana, they say, your man Trump, how is it there? They're expecting me to say it's bad. It's sweet. It's good. Now you are insulting me because I said that. You are there listening to, CNN, corrupt news network, and then that's why you have formed this vision that is bad. But you don't know, the guy is good. He's making it sweet. Then you be insulting me behind the camera. Continue insulting me. I like it. God said in the Bible, those that you insult me, those that insult you, you become more blessed. So the more that you insult me, the more that you have blessed me. But people don't understand though. There's so many reasons, Charlie. We live in a crazy time, a seriously crazy time. Let me explain the whole thing to you. There's one party that's running. Trump says, "Make America great again." Why shouldn't you have a president that wants to make your country great? Shouldn't John Mahama make Ghana great? Why not? Then there's another party that, Charlie. Does Donald Trump, let me ask this question. Has he come to Ghana and tell everyone to be gay?
No.
Does he come here and tell the government to make that foolish thing ready for everyone? Oh, serious. So they are changing the agendas. How can a man now say he's a woman? Can you imagine? See, I ran track in the US. I ran track and field. My times were okay. I wasn't that good, but I was above average. But in terms of the nation, I wasn't even top 300 in the nation. But if you took my times and I now said I was a female, I'll kill everyone. And they are doing that. It's craziness. How can a man say he's a female, but in order for him to be a female, he has to chop his quasi? They can't even, you ask them the question, what is a woman? They can't answer it. It's craziness. So one party says they want to make America great. The other one, they just say they want people to be able to change their agendas. This is the month of June. We are in June now. Oh, Happy New Month. Happy New Month. Yes. Some people, they call it Pride Month. They have given a whole... Can you imagine? Father's Day. They give 1 day to fathers. And then a whole month to these gross things. They give a whole month to them. They walk on the streets naked in front of kids. How do you see this as sensible? Naked in front of kids. Me, if I have my daughter here and then there's a man walking with his kwate hanging out, I don't want my daughter to see him. But they force it in the schools, in the books that they are reading. Charlie, they are forcing these things. It's gross. Charlie.
It's not good.
It's not good. And then they support so many other things. People often mistake the open borders. I want you to think about this thing for just 1 second. The open borders. They say, oh, shouldn't you let everyone in? Isn't it racist if you don't allow everyone in? I want you to listen to this thing. In Ghana, if they didn't have borders, first of all, a country without borders is not a country. So you have Ghana, and you just got rid of the borders. Now, Nigerians come in. Nigerians, great people. Togolese people, they come in. Great people. But if you have 100 people coming and you don't know who they are, by all means, from Nigeria, you have the great people. Let me say one thing. In the US, the top 3 races that do the best. Number 1, financially, Jewish. Number 2, Nigerians, because they go there and they work hard. They work hard. But you're going to have people that you don't know who come in. Maybe some from Boko Haram. Or you're going to have people that come in and are causing problems. In the country, you have to know who is coming in. Or you have to know who is coming in. That way you keep your citizens protected. You keep your citizens, those ones who hold the green card, protected. There are so many people that have applied to come into the U.S. If you go to the embassy, you see long line of people trying to come into the U.S. Trying. Meanwhile, there's someone there just crossing the border illegally. Then it's spoiling it for everyone else. Someone who has taken years to do things the proper way to come inside the U.S. Then there's someone spoiling it, coming inside the U.S. Then they are giving them free housing, free accommodation, the driver's license, that one there doesn't make sense. I want you to think about it. Think about it. Why were they trying to give everyone driver's license? So that they could vote, or? So the other party is like they don't have a backbone in anything. They don't have a backbone. The person who was running, Kamala Harris, she wasn't even running the full term. They put her in the last 5 months.
Yeah.
And she was in debt by $20 million. At the end of the campaign, at the end of the election, her campaign was in debt $20 million. And you want this person to manage our finances. This person who can't even run her own campaign finances. Now you want to run the whole country's finances. See. I'm talking plenty, but let me talk.
Talk.
America, when you see America, it's spelled capital letters.
Yeah.
From A to A, America, it's all capital letters. The only thing that is spelled in capital letters are businesses. So don't you want a businessman to run their business? Or it's craziness. It's craziness. Straight up. And he doesn't come to other countries and tell them how to do things. The big thing is the other party, they come to Ghana, they tell them, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. No, it's free will. Everyone has their country. Everyone should run it how they want to. He doesn't come to Ghana and impose his views on Ghana views, because Ghana views may be different than American views. Yeah. Saudi Arabian views are different than American views. Every country has their own views. So he doesn't come to this country and tell them that you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. You understand? Charlie. But
straight up. So I ain't gonna lie, that's actually very true. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, in terms of like Trump coming to other countries and telling them what to do. That was one thing that I definitely I respect about it. It's like, Charlie, his country, our country.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't now come and tell somebody how to run their country and stuff like that. But now, going to African politics, the tide is changing with some people, some countries. Namely Burkina Faso. Seeing the main man up here.
Charlie, he's changing it. See, it's part of reliance. You can't be reliant on other countries. So Ghana, like this, that produces cocoa. And they send it to France to do the cocoa production and produce the chocolate. Why don't we produce the chocolate here?
Why not?
They make 97% of profits from our cocoa in France. And we make 3% of the profits.
But it came from here.
Why don't we produce our own chocolate? Our oil, why don't we refine our own oil? The big one, and this is why Trump has done tariffs. Why do we have, you see in Ghana, Toyota, Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen. But when you go to Germany and you see the German cars in Ghana, when you go to Germany, do you see Kantanka cars? Do you see Kantanka cars? That's the same thing that's happening in the US. So in the US, that's why Trump is putting the tariffs. You see all these German cars in the US, but you won't see American cars in Germany. So he's doing, okay, you are charging us these tariffs. We too will also charge you some. You want to play that, we'll also play some. In Ghana, why don't we push Kantanka? People laugh at it because the name is Kantanka, so they are laughing. But our people are producing things. Why don't we do made in Ghana?
Yes.
Why are we so reliant on China? We get so many things from China. China, they said Ghana was the first country to become independent. But people don't know that China is now wanting to colonize Ghana. Ghana takes a loan from China to build a road in Ghana. Then China charges them an insane interest rate. An interest rate no one can pay. No one can pay. So China comes, does the road. Ghana can't pay it. So now China takes control over ports. They take control over land. So they are colonizing us from within. Our gold galamsey, they are doing the galamsey work. They are colonizing Ghana from within. And people they don't understand. China is taking over the whole world. They are doing this not just in Ghana, all over Africa. Kenya too, they are doing some there. I was just in Kenya. They are doing the same thing there. Finally, we have a president that wants to fight China, Trump. And people are laughing, saying, oh, why are you putting tariffs on them? We should have good relationships with them. They are taking over the whole world. People should be so scared of China as a country. Look at what they are doing. They are taking over Ghana from within. And people don't realize that. So at least the Burkina Faso president and John Mahama, I believe that he can make Ghana great. My mom grew up on a farm, and John Mahama has a farm in the northern region. So we as a family, we are biased to people with farming backgrounds because we feel like if you farm, you have a good sense of what's going on. If you farm, because that one there you are fighting Mother Nature. There's you can't go the back corner and pay Mother Nature some money to relax for your side. When you farm, it puts things in a great perspective. So I truly pray and believe that John Mahama will set a good standard, because the Burkina Faso president is setting a great standard as well. When the world sees a leader that takes a stand like this and takes a tough stand, people want to be like him. People, they see how a leader is being respected. They want to be like him. And Burkina Faso is doing that. They are making a country self-reliant. And I think Ghana should do the same thing, become reliant on Ghana-made products. We have so many fantastic things here. So many brilliant people. We need to stop relying on people from other countries and other nations to do things for us.
Do you know what's so crazy? In Burkina Faso, I just saw this right now. They have just released their first electric car in Burkina Faso. They have dealership. Everything is there. Produced, made, everything in Burkina Faso. He's cut it out from outside. They're doing now their cars.
But have you seen Kantanka? They have the first car that looks like aeroplane.
No, I want this coming.
But the guy is innovative. Serious, I have so much respect for Kantanka. People laugh at him, but Charlie, the guy is doing things. The guy is doing things.
Oh, someone's doing okay. No, but maybe the vision for the airplane, maybe it's taking flight or
drive on land. Fly on land.
Fly. Hey, ready? But the one point with these electric cars and whatnot, and just bringing the independence, truly independence, because there's something that I even was looking at is something called neo-colonialism. That's, we are no longer colonized, but they are colonized in like the small ways, like the little things, like, oh, you are telling you about certain things, like even talking about the IMF or like those different things, when you are taking loans and whatnot. That's why Charlie was like, nah, Charlie, forget about these things, bro. Cutting everything out and sending them back and whatnot. It's very powerful.
Now, the thing about electric cars is very interesting because I like them. They go fast. See, I like what I speak. So when you sit inside here, you go fast. The problem with it is people have a viewpoint that electrical vehicles are so clean for the environment, but truly they are not clean. So like they end up having to tear apart the earth to find these lithium batteries for the car. So in that sense, they are very not clean. The energy and electricity that they are using for the cars are still powered by coal power plants. So people have a negative view on coal, but it's like your car is still being charged by a coal plant. At the end, it still originates from a coal plant. So I like electric cars in the fact that they are very innovative. They are very simple. You can just plug them into a wall. It's a bit more difficult than just plugging into a socket, but it's like that. I like it, but people shouldn't have a view that these cars are going to save us and make us a cleaner earth, because it won't. And if everyone was to use an electric vehicle, you wouldn't have enough electricity to power it. If even in the state of California, if everyone there had an electric vehicle, one, they don't have enough energy to supply it for every electric car, but two, imagine how long the waiting lines will be when you have to charge your car. You go there and 30 minutes waiting line. It's like, okay, if you get to the gas station and there are 5 cars ahead of you, fine. Okay, they will take 5 minutes each and then you be your 10. But charging electric cars there, you sit there for half an hour. You listen to so many of Tristan's podcasts. So you be wise. So maybe electric cars are the way to go, because you be listening to so many of his podcasts.
There you go.
So in fact, let's push for electric cars.
There you go.
Charlie, you see, when we are talking, then ideas are being flown. So now visions are changing.
Electric cars in Ghana, we need it. But we've been seeing it around, actually. I've been seeing electric cars in Ghana. They've been coming around small.
At ANC, I think they have a charging station there.
It's coming. It's slowly coming around. Okay, so now looking towards Ghana specifically. What can we do, or if we are already doing it, what are we doing right in terms of pushing Ghana forward?
Well, one thing Mahama I like that he did was he was getting rid of some of the taxes. I think taxes is a form of theft, because you have your money, you know what you will spend your money better than the government will spend your money. When you pay the government, does it go towards things you like? It's same thing in Ghana and America. When I get taxed in either countries, the money never goes to good use. It doesn't. The roads never get made from that tax money. They get made, but not in a fast manner. You yourself, if you had that money, you'd be able to do more things. You'd be able to fund your business that you wanted to start. You'd be able to do different things with your money in a better way than the government would be able to use your money with. So I like that he's getting rid of some of these taxes, because I think tax is a theft on Ghana citizens. Things like the COVID tax. Why is the COVID tax still there? Has he gotten rid of that one?
I think so.
Okay, good.
I think so. I think he's gotten rid of that one.
I'm glad, because some of these taxes, they are just ridiculous, and so I'm getting rid of taxes. Decreasing the size of the government. I think in the US, you are getting rid of a lot of useless government programs, and I think in Ghana there's so many ministries, ministry of this, ministry of that, ministry of this and that, and at the end of the day, money is going towards to fund those ministries. But so I think, my view is small governments, no matter the country, small governments and people have the and more power to the people. So that's my view, because I'm a capitalistic. I believe people know best. People know best on what to spend their money. You have a vision for what you want to do. You spend the money towards that vision. Don't let the government have the vision for you. You have the vision for yourself. And that's what I believe. I believe smaller governments, less taxes, more power to the people. But at the same time, you don't want to become like Somalia. Somalia has no government, and that one, they are just total chaos. There's a size you have to maintain some sort of accountability and some sort of sensibility inside your country. Somalia, they are just enjoying. So, So I say small governments, but you still have to have, enough to provide the needs that a government has to do for the people, construct roads, hospitals, bridges, and these sort of things. But don't make it so large in the fact that governments now do everything. People, know how to spend your money better than the government knows how to spend your money. That's my view.
Do you think Ghana needs a democracy?
I mean, I think Ghana has the right system in place right now. The people elect the president. The people get to speak on who they want as president, and I think that's the way it should be. People, every 4 years, you get to choose who your president is, and I think Ghana has a good system in place. So I think it's just about and I believe and I pray that for John Mahama, I believe that he will do a great job, and I like the way he started, and And I believe Ghana has a very bright future. Very bright future. I do.
Okay.
I believe Ghana has an incredibly bright future, and the people just need to make sure that things are going in the right way, and we have that voice, because if it doesn't go that way at the ballot box, you can change the person who is in power.
The reason why I asked that question is because there's this school of thought surrounding democracy in African countries, especially in developing countries, where it's like one of the big things here is, especially with these parties and whatnot, you're not entirely sure as to whether they are working for the good of Ghana or for the good of themselves.
Sure.
And so you have something like, let's say an example is that NDC will come into power and they have 4 to 8 years, right? And they want to build this big building. It's not completed in those 8 years.
Yeah.
NPP will come in. And they'll be like, nah, you know what? If we finish it, the credit will go to NDC.
Sure.
So we'll leave that building there.
Right.
And so something can happen where now you end up seeing a lot of these uncompleted projects because it's not them who did it and they don't want to finish it because other people get the credit.
Yeah, no, it's true. The big thing, let's take that example. So NDC starts a project and 8 years later it's not finished. I don't think any project like that should ever take more than 8 years. If you're going to give a contract out to a private person, a private contractor, to do a government contract, you also have to make sure that they are using that money wisely. Put pressure on them. You have told them that they should build a road. Look at this bridge at the palace side, East Legon side. That bridge took how many years? 10 years to build. That bridge. In that 10 years, we should have like 10 of them. So just make sure that when the government is giving money, you have to show pressure. Find, are they using the money the right way? Put pressure on them. Make sure that the project is being done. Be on them. And make sure these projects are getting done. Because I don't think any building should take 8 years to build. It shouldn't. We can do things fast. People build fast. Ghanaians are, look at, in terms of construction, we have very good people who can, very great construction companies, great managers. Now we just have to make sure the right things is being done, that they get it done in time, because we can do things. 8 years is too long to build a building. You can do a building 1-2 years, but that's what it takes. You don't have to take 8 years. 8 years for what? But it's the same things that are happening here. It's happening in other countries. The corruption is the same in every country. In the US too, the same things happen. They are finding so much fraud from the government in the US right now. From the previous administration, there are so much. America was sending $20 million to, or some crazy amount of money to Mozambique for condoms. Why should we be sending American tax money to a different country for condoms? And I'm sure the money, they won't say it, but it was circulating back into someone's pocket, So the corruption that you see here is the same that you see in America, is the same that you see in Venezuela, is the same that you see in Colombia, is the same. Every government corruption is the same. Government corruption, you have to find a way to end it, to make sure everyone is accountable,
Okay. So now, steering this conversation back to KWAME BOFROT and to who KWAME BOFROT is as an individual.
I'm a commentator.
Yeah, straight up, straight commentator.
I give my views, whether you like it or not. I'll give you my views.
That's it. That's one thing that you really. What's the word I'm even looking for? That's one thing that you need. Authenticity. Yeah. And not being afraid, as you said in the beginning, to be yourself and not being afraid to put yourself out there. I want to know, I thought you were American.
Yeah. My parents are originally from the US. Okay. They moved to Ghana 30 years ago.
Okay. Yeah. So you were raised in Ghana, born and raised in
Ghana.
I
was born in the US, brought to Ghana a month later.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. And then you were here. Okay. So you're an American guy.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you have the dual citizenship.
Yeah.
That's powerful. So he's a Ghanaian, bro. So do people call you KWAME or Levi?
Oh, they call me both. KWAME, Levi. Yeah. BOFROT.
Okay. Because when I was at the airport, I was like, if I call you KWAME, I said, hey, okay, KWAME BOFROT.
Oh, you can call me anything.
It's some serious motion, Charlie. This guy be motion man. He's a serious motion man. Every going around. That's one thing that I realized too. I think this is even going to like kind of God's plan.
Yeah.
Looking at God's plan. It's like God has selected you and he has separated you from other people. And the reason why I'm saying this is because there's this saying from, I've forgotten who said it, but it's like, don't ever try to fit in when you're meant to stand out, when you're made to stand out. And seeing already you are not looking like a regular Ghanaian. You don't look like a regular Ghanaian. However, if someone comes to talk to you, they'll be like, this guy is a Ghana boy. he's a Ghana boy straight up.
But I think we're all meant to stand out. We all, I mean, look at you. You have your motion going as well. You have a book, you have a podcast. Everyone has their motion. It's just about whether or not they want to step out of that box and pursue that motion. Some people, there's a big thing. I would say about the Ghana youth. There's so much talent in the Ghana youth. But there's one thing. Give me 1 second. I have to just drink the water. The Ghana youth, there's so much talent in them. I see it the same in America too. But there's a victor mentality and there's also a victim mentality. So you can ask them, how are you doing? Oh, Charlie, the government, they will not give us anything better to do. The government this, the government that, the government this. Though there might be corruption in the government, it's not stopping you from doing anything. Go and start a business. I know someone who during COVID, everything was shut down. So people were saying, oh, because of COVID, we can't do anything. We can't make money. This guy went to get hand sanitizers, face masks, COVID test kits. He made thousands of dollars. Just bought his wife a brand new car, 0 miles for $30,000. Everyone, his friends were saying, hey, Charlie, the government, the system hired you there. You are buying your wife new car. Because it's in every situation, in a hard time or a good time, there's always a way to make money. There's always a way to get good motion going. Don't have the victim mentality. Have the victor mentality. In every situation, there's always a way you can make something positive about it. Always. Something like COVID where it shuts everything down. You can step out of your comfort zone. Purchase things that people need. People always have needs. Find those needs. During COVID, people need hand sanitizer, face masks, even though I think those things are useless, and COVID test kits. Sell them. People need them. And take advantage of those opportunities. The bad times are sometimes the best opportunities to get good motion going.
Wow. Just fortune favors the brief.
Charlie, you see? Look at this wise man. They said that there were 3 wise men, but they didn't tell you that there was a 4th one.
You're talking about KWAME. That's what you're talking
about.
No.
Then it's 5. If you are including me, then it's 5.
This is actually been a very, very good episode. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know how long have we been recording for? 1 hour 17 minutes. Yeah, that's a solid time. That's a good time.
Yes,
it's 1 hour of proper things. And KWAME, before we are cutting this thing to a close, there's something that we do on this show.
Okay,
it's called it's not really called anything. It's where the previous guest asks a question to the next guest.
Oh, okay.
And the next guest to the next guest.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So I have no idea who the next guest is going to be.
Okay.
But the question for the previous guest, that was the basketball player.
Sure.
Shout out to Kevon. Yeah. He asked, what are you struggling with?
What am I struggling with? Charlie, we all struggle with things. Sometimes you can. Sometimes something I struggle with. Not trusting God. Sometimes during this showcase, the coach who came, so I had some other coaches. There were supposed to be 3 coaches here. One of them said he couldn't make it. Last minute, he said he couldn't make it because he had an important family vacation to be at. Charlie, if you don't get out of here with that foolishness, don't worry. Other teams will be enjoying those players that you missed, but it's okay. Go and enjoy your vacation. Another one, his wife was giving birth at that time. That one there, I'll not complain. That one there, don't worry. I've saved the insult for you. I'll not insult you. Understand? Because if you came to my trial, though, you'd be dodging my insults. Your wife would be insulting you more. So that one there, I'll not say anything. But the coach that came, the first day the flight got cancelled and it got delayed, and I was sitting there in the car and I was like, God, why are you doing this? I've advertised that that coaches are coming. Now imagine I go to this thing, no coaches are there. Just Coach Eric. They will enjoy Coach Eric, but it's not the coaches that I told them that will be there. But God, of course, it's made it even better because the guy came later. There were some errands I had to run, and I wouldn't have been able to run if he had gotten there early because I would have had to pick him up. So I was able to run some errands, accomplish some things, get some things off the checklist, then pick him up at night with my dad. That's why I was there. I was picking my dad up, and then the coach too at that airport. So it just made everything better. God was saying, "Oh, you two, why are you giving me this pressure? I'm doing things so that you can get more things done, and then they can come together. Everything will be easier." So after I did that, I looked at myself. I said, "Hey, Charlie, why didn't I trust God? He brought this thing, so He's going to make it happen." So I think sometimes just trusting God. I can sit here right now and say, "Well, I trust God because the whole showcase went well and everything, so I have to trust God." But the next time that something happens, and I have to make sure that I trust God. I have to make sure that the good thing will come from it. So we'll see. Next time will be a test. Have I learned, or will I continue in those foolish ways? So, yeah,
that's very true. You know what's so funny? The one of the coaches, my brother saw one of the coaches. He was on our plane when we were coming. Yeah,
you guys were on the same plane. Coach Danny.
Yeah,
He's a good guy. I like that guy a lot. Very genuine guy. Did you guys talk to him?
Nah, where was he sitting? He was sitting at the back. I think he was sitting behind us, like 1 or 2 seats behind us.
Did you guys know he was a coach when you were?
I think he just saw the.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that's what it was. I was like, oh, okay, your father was also on that plane.
Yeah, my dad was also on that plane.
Charlie, then killers on the plane.
Hey, Charlie, the squad there.
Everybody touched down. Same plane. I see that's God's timing too. But then I saw you there too.
You see, oh Charlie, you see, sometimes God is doing something for our own better sake, but we think that we know more than Him. We think that we know more than Him.
Okay, so now it's your turn to ask a question to the next guest.
I have to think of a good question to ask the next question.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay. What is a risk you wish you had taken? We all have the risk that we wish we had taken. The something that we wish we had done. What's a risk that your next guest wish they had taken?
That's a very good question. What's the risk that you wish you would have taken? That's a valid question. I was going to ask you something right now. I just forgot to know I was coming to ask you. But when it comes back, I'll ask you the question. Now we're going into something that we call saying of the day, and this is where you share something that either it's a bar that you've read, verse, or something that you want to share with the audience. That's there. Yeah. So the floor is yours.
I mean, it's the one I've been saying. I love this saying a lot. Coach Eric brought it to me. Charlie, you see what's on the dining table, but you don't know what's in the kitchen. What went on in the kitchen. I think it's a good thing because sometimes we can see when we have program on event or anything, we can say, wow, it's done so well, but Charlie, we don't know what went on behind the scenes. You see the success that Tristan is having with this podcast, his book and everything, but we don't know what went on behind the scenes. We are just enjoying the fruits of the book when we read it, but we don't know the ingredients that went behind in the kitchen. So I like that saying. I like that saying a lot.
Straight up. Okay. And for me, my saying of the day is kind of what we've been talking about this whole podcast, which is 1, fortune favors the brave, and 2, be yourself. Authenticity. That's like one of the mainstays in being successful. God is first. Staying authentic. Like you got to stay authentic. Yeah. Sure. I remember the question that I have for you now. Who's one person that you would really love to meet?
Oh, Charlie, a lot of people. I mean, I would love to meet. I mean, the world leaders, I would love to meet, despite who the world leader is. I would love to meet them just because they are the top of the leaders. So I'd love to meet any world leader. I would love to meet them. Some business leaders as well. Business guys, I really like Elon Musk. I like in Ghana here. I want, despite him in real estate, I want to see how do you get into a real estate like that. That's something I would like to get into. Kwame Despite, I would love to meet him. So Despite, if you are hearing this podcast, you can come to my house, but I think we enjoy your house more.
Yeah, we also think so. We can go record the podcast in your house. Very nicely done.
So don't worry, I'm waiting for the invitation, okay? Thank you, Despite.
Okay. And who is one person that you would like to see on this podcast?
Oh, bro. I would love to see so many people. I mean, I believe you can bring. I believe you'll get to a point where no matter the person, you are going to be able to bring them on.
Amen.
What? Tell me, your podcast. What's your biggest goal for this podcast?
It's to empower the youth to elevate their minds.
To empower the youth. So who do you think is the most successful youth person in Ghana? Who do you think is someone that is doing an amazing job that you would like to meet?
Che, that's a very good question. Hey, who's doing some crazy things in the youth? Hey, the person is in my mind, though. But the name, I'm just forgetting the name because I'm just remembering like the different things. On a global scale, on a local scale, I think it's been quite good. Hey, the name has actually escaped me.
I think I would like to see you with Joe Rogan. Why not? You do a podcast, the best of the best. Joe Rogan is the #1 podcaster. I think it'd be so cool to have you two on the same podcast.
Hey, Charlie, amen. I receive it.
Amen.
I receive it. Joe Rogan, if you're watching, we have said this thing in 2025. Okay, so when it happens, we just circle back to this clip. Let KWAME BOFROT message your name, and we're gonna we'll do it like that. Let me see. There's I'm thinking about even the people in Ghana. I mean, for me, honestly, right now, my thing is I really want to go on the different podcasts. I want to go on different people's podcasts in Ghana. I want to be able to just continue, not only like grow off each other, cross grow, whatever that thing is called, but then also go and also kind of continue to help people in terms of like telling the story. Like certain things, like for example, like the lights and stuff like this. All the things that you're seeing here, most of them, they're all bought in Ghana. These things are all Ghana source. GG.
You see?
And when GG just call some number, got the thing, the next day, this thing Ghana, this Ghana, everything Ghana.
Buying in Ghana. I hope everything also was made in Ghana too.
Let's
make everything Ghana.
That's the other thing. So this.
So you're doing your part. You're doing your part.
So something like that, just going on there and just like talking about it, that okay, if you want to get something like this, you get it from here. If you want to do this thing, you do it from here. This is something that I have to look out for when you're starting and doing all these type of things. So just like going there and just sharing my story. That's something that I have just just been on my mind to believe that, and I actually need to go and just sit there and just talk. So that's something that we are looking to do. So any podcast in Ghana, if you are looking to have empower on your show, just message us and see what's up. And in terms of the sponsors and whatnot for KWAME BOFROT Foundation, if anybody's looking and they want to help out KWAME BOFROT Foundation and things that they are doing, please, where's a place that they can reach you?
You can DM the KWAME BOFROT Foundation. And then and show us what you want to do, and we'll also show you how we can also benefit you. Okay. And then for the players as well, who also want to go and showcase, and you also get a shot at playing abroad. What do they do? Same thing. Message us on the page. I'm gonna drop on the website soon an application so you can apply to be a part of it. So what you do is you just put your name, your school background. Like what year you are in school or when did you graduate, and then a link to your highlights so we can take a look at it. And that will be an application that will filter through all those applicants and then find us. So just follow the KWAME BOFROT Foundation IG page, and we'll release all of that soon. If you don't get accepted once, can you try again? Yeah, you can definitely try again. Definitely try again. If you didn't get accepted, go get better highlights, go get better film, continue showing pressure, and it will come. Yeah, it will come. And what are the age ranges that are acceptable? Anywhere from, I'd say, like 15 to 21. Kind of the ages that we're looking for, 22, but mainly 15 to 21. Really, for the college side, they're looking for high schoolers. And then for the pro side, they're looking for like a bit younger. But, you know, if you're older and you're good and you have top playing abilities, Charlie, at the end of the day, there's no age that matters. Look at the Ghana Premier League keeper. I forget his name, but he's performing at such a high level now. I think he's been called up, or he's looking to be called up to the Black Stars, and he's like 33 years old. Oh, wow. Now that he's hitting his top form. Yeah. So it doesn't matter your age in terms of going pro. Now for the college side, there are restrictions. But Charlie, the biggest thing, continue training and continue learning. Okay. So we can see right now on the horizon is very clear. It's so clear. You're gonna see a lot of Ghana ballers making it on the big stage. You're gonna see them, and you start seeing some killers from the KWAME BOFROT Foundation too. You see them playing for the Ghana national team, playing Premier League, La Liga, playing inside even America, MLS. Doing all those things. They say, KWAME BOFROT Foundation, KWAME BOFROT Foundation. We only bring killers, defenders that like Buga, strikers that like scoring goals. If you know you don't do either, just Charlie, stay at home. That's it. Okay, well, let me see. I don't think I'm missing anything. I think we've covered everything that needs to be covered. Yeah. Is there any final things, shout outs, anything like that? Shout outs to everyone, man. Paco, all my guys, Coach Eric, the GCU coaches for coming, my mom, my dad, my good friends, Sapong in the US, Befi Kwesi out here, everyone that has influenced me. Charlie, there's so many people, and I know that the names are not coming, but my people that are around me, I don't forget about them. Everyone that's around me, give a major thanks. Major thanks to Michael Konadu for connecting us to be on this podcast.
Legendary love.
Major thanks to the man God himself.
Straight up.
Me and your brother Trevor were good friends at a younger age. It's nice to now we can get connected again. It's good to be here on this podcast and talk with you and just share our views, laugh, and try and give something inspiring to the youth. Remember, victor mentality. Have that victor mentality. Anything you do, know that you are the best at what you do and go for it. Anything that you want to do, go for it. Don't blame someone else. Don't blame. You can always use any situation to your advantage. Have that victor mentality.
Straight up. Okay, man. Hey, people who are here and they don't know where to find you, what's a good place that they can go to follow you on?
Follow the Kwame Bofrot page, the Kwame Bofrot Foundation, those pages, TikTok, and that's where I'm at. You can even follow follow the personal page too, Levi Coram.
Straight up, man. Yo, this has been a W podcast. This has been a very good podcast. Bro, we are active. We are moving. It's coming together. And yo, without further ado, I believe in you. We believe in you. Go and make the world a better place. And remember, don't just live life, but thrive.